My attention has been drawn to a statement issued by a priest. I'm told he's a priest, and I'm also told that his name is Noble. That this Church Act bill is a conspiracy to snatch away the wealth of the church. That's a wonderful statement. The second thing he says is, which is in the form of a threat, says, if you are able to parade or bring onto the street 200,000 people, I can bring to the same street 400,000 people. It's a threat. This is a language that somebody speaks. Let me say this to you. Let me ask you a very simple question. When you say that the church bill is an attempt to snatch away from you the big treasures you have hoarded over time, I have to ask you a counter question. The question is this: how did you get hold of this wealth? Who contributed to form this wealth? Did you work and earn 1 rupee? 1 rupee? Do you know any bishop, archbishop, cardinal who works and with the sweat of his brow makes 1 rupee? No. The priestly class as a whole are a lazy class. They don't work. They don't produce 1 rupee. The poor people, the poor members of the Christian community in their millions, out of the sweat and toil of their life, in utter sincerity, in total devotion to Jesus Christ, trusting all of you, unfortunately. They have over the years donated. They are given sacrificially. Some of them, out of their poverty, gave sacrificially. They stayed hungry in order to feed you. They stayed in small huts in order to help you to make big mansions. They are the source of this enormous wealth over which you people preside. You have no business to keep it. You have snatched it away from the people, and they are saying that in the street. Hundreds of Christians saying, we have been robbed by priests and bishops. And this is not what I'm saying. For your information, I'm telling you, people are now saying in the streets, we have been taken for a ride, we have been robbed, and our wealth are now being used against us. Yesterday I heard resounding in the streets of Trivandrum the demands of hundreds and thousands of Christians who were saying, give us back the money you have taken from us. We donated sacrificially, you have cheated us. Thousands are saying this in the streets of Trivandrum, my friend. I was reminded of my experiences in some international conferences where African delegates used to be involved. African theologians used to say, making a reference to the colonialism under which they suffered and the massive wealth that's been taken away from these African countries by white colonial masters. They would say, our cow has been stolen from us over 200 years. Give us back our cows. Give us back our cows. Likewise, people in Trivandrum, people in Kerala, people in India are saying, return our cows. Give us back the cows you have stolen from us, right? And you say that that's my wealth and church bill is a conspiracy to snatch it away from me? What have you made, my friend? How much money have you made? I know Justice Krishna Iyer donated his house to the church, right? Do you know any bishop, any archbishop, any cardinal who donated his house to a church? They are taking away from the church, right? Property being sold and all the rest of it. I don't want to go into details because we all feel depressed. Okay? So this money is donated, is given. This is the offering of very poor people, housewives, poor housewives, right? And you say it's your wealth? The church bill has come to correct this utter aberration. It will stop you from robbing the people ever again. The wealth of the people will return to the people, and you think that's atrocity. You're exposing your immorality, your greed, your covetousness. You've got addicted to robbing people, right? Stop it today. The church will make sure that you stop this practice of robbing people, right? It's shameless. People's wealth will come back to the people. People's faith will come back to them. People's dignity will come back to them. You will have nothing to do with it. You will be cast out because you have robbed the people. You have corrupted the name of Jesus Christ. You have defamed the community. That's going to end. Let's hail the church bill. Let's look forward to the day immediately when the church will become the law of the land, and there will be a massive reorganization of the entire structure, and will be re-established on the principle of accountability, truth, transparency, human rights, and the responsibility, the power of the people to decide how their spiritual needs are to be met, how spiritual services are to be administered to them. And priests should rejoice in particular, because if the church bill becomes law of Kerala, they will no longer be required to be slaves of bishops. They can live in dignity, and bishops can never tyrannize over them. So they should be the foremost to rejoice over the church bill. Unfortunately, they are today so slavish to the bishops, they don't have the freedom to speak their conviction. Every priest knows, even this fellow noble knows, that church bill will liberate them. But some people may have fallen in love with their slavery. That's another issue. But I'm sure, having interacted with thousands of priests in my life, all of them are feeling oppressed. I remember a priest in Dubai with whom I lived one day saying, he said, "Achan, priest, Achan, you are living in freedom. We are slaves. A bishop came the other day and insulted me in front of my own wife. He didn't like the way we cooked, and he shouted at me." That's the way people are living. Surely they will rejoice. Surely they want to be free, right? And that's the good tomorrow that the church bill promises. I see a new sunrise. I see a new age of freedom, dignity, transparency, truth, justice, and accountability. And I celebrate this. And I want to salute everyone who is coming together to make the advent of the day as promptly, as quickly, as expeditiously as possible. Thank you very much.